Inside the Illini, Big Ten College Football is brought to you by your local Anheuser-Busch distributors. Ray Eldridge Jewelry, elegance without the attitude. Peoria and Decatur. Physician's Choice Wellness. Give your weight away today. And Buffalo Wild Wings. Mattoon, Champaign, Savoy.
Welcome to Inside the Illini Big Ten College Football, the show that each week takes you inside the games, the practices, and the interview rooms as we get ready for the upcoming Fighting Illini game. I'm Matt Lovelace coming to you from Buffalo Wild Wings in Savoy, as we do every week as the Illini get ready for the Michigan Wolverines. A tough game coming up, the second tough road test.
In the Big Ten, at least, I think, occurred Saturday night in Columbus, Ohio State and Nebraska. I think most people thought that would be a very close game, and it was for a while, but I remember getting off the plane coming back from Madison, checking the halftime score. What is going on here? Got home in time to see some of the second half. What a great football game.
Well, somebody pointed out it was a Big Ten game and a Big 12 game broke out or something like that. That's, of course, Nebraska used to be in the Big 12, but very high scoring, and Ohio State just really pulled away in the second half.
Urban Meyer is taking this we want to finish undefeated thing very seriously, and he's got his team playing great, and they really steamrolled Nebraska. You got to be impressed with Braxton Miller, who is in the Heisman picture now.
Welcome back to Inside the Illini Big Ten College Football here at Buffalo Wild Wings in Savoy. Now, for the second year in a row, the Illini seem to play an inspired first half of football against what really was a good Wisconsin team. But for the second year in a row, it didn't put one in the win column. We go on the road to Madison with our Central Illinois GMC dealers and our look in the rear view.
Madison, Wisconsin, home of the two-time defending Big Ten champs. A crowd of 80,000 piled into Camp Ramble to watch a team that, despite their great recent history, struggled to a 3-2 record coming in. Even with a hostile crowd with only a smattering of blue and orange, the Illini defense that had undergone so much scrutiny came out inspired. Early in the game, forcing the mistakes for a change. Major pressure. Ball ended up with 116 yards and 2 touchdowns. This was his second, and it capped all scoring. A 31-14 Wisconsin win. And what felt like a much better performance by the Illini, the results remain the same, both encouraging and troubling for Illinois after the game.
We have to learn how to respond, and respond in a positive way instead of a negative way and letting things snowball on us.
I think that, some things happened and we didn't bounce back or respond the way that we should have.
Well, the Illini play well for 3 quarters up at Camp Randall Stadium against the Badgers, but guys, in that fourth quarter, Wisconsin, as we mentioned earlier.
The Inside the Illini Weekly MVP is brought to you by Shields, Gear, Passion, Sports. It's the most valuable Illini player from each week's game. It's been a long time coming for their quarterback. Nathan Shieldhouse was as mobile as he's been all season, finally back to full speed. Coming off his ankle injury, he led Illinois' rushing attack with 108 net yards. After taking a few sacks, he racked up 84 on the stat sheet, and he punched in the first score of the game and moved into 8th in the Big Ten among active rushing yardage leaders.
Hey, welcome back to Inside the Illini Big Ten.
As well, and one matchup that took place a couple of weeks ago was Minnesota and Iowa. And Iowa, I think, maybe surprised some people the way they played, and they won that game. And those two teams have important games this week coming up.
I think every team in the Legends division, with the exception of probably Minnesota, can win that division. I think Iowa can win. I think Northwestern, Michigan State, Nebraska, Michigan. I think you could just throw them all up in the air and just pull one out. I really have no idea. I think a lot's going to depend on what happens in those crossover games. Nebraska just got clubbed in one. They got the short stick because they had to go to Columbus.
Football, the worst of which is the snowball effect. Coach Beckman hoping the Illini have the mental toughness to keep one big play from Robinson from becoming 5 big plays.
We have to respond in a positive manner instead of letting it kind of knock us down and not enable us to play up to the way we're capable of playing.
All right, guys, taking a look at the Wolverines, and I mentioned it in the piece there, and I talked about it a little bit before, the idea of a trap game. And I was just off camera here was talking about how I've read more previews about the Illinois-Michigan game that talk about Michigan State than they do the Illini. So, Steve, do you buy into that notion that this might be a trap game?
I think it is for the media.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not sure about the coaches. They'll tell you not. They'll tell you that we're only thinking about Illinois, but that's their big game, not their biggest, but certainly one of his game.